Hi everybody, for those of you that do not know me yet, I'm Chris Wilson, the president of the Clan Gun Society of North America. For those of you that are watching the video, welcome. There are 23 of us in present, so we do have a quorum. So with that in mind, the 2023 AGM of Clan Gun Society of North America is now in session. First off, I would like to thank Justin Mann for hosting us. It is appreciated. Thank you, Justin. We have a message. Dear Chris, I was delighted to hear that you were conducting your AGM at the Smoky Mountain Games. Bunty and I have happy memories of being there some years ago. I would be grateful if you could pass on our very good wishes for a successful event to all the clan members present. A particular thank you should go to the office bearers. We in the parent branch of the Clan Society are very grateful for the work everyone does to keep the North American society living and vibrant. It's heartwarming to know that a family feeling of kinship unites so many of us around the world. A unity that is nurtured by those leading our clan societies overseas. We look forward to the next gathering and to meeting as many of you as possible here in the homeland, where you can be assured of a warm welcome. Kindest thoughts from Bunty and me, Ian A. Gunn of Gun, Chief of Clan Gun. And from my counterpart in the UK Society, I send greetings from Clan Gun UK and best wishes from our chieftain Ian and Bunny Gunn. It was a delight to see many of you from Clan Gun North America attending our special event in April, marking Ian and Bunty's 90th birthdays and 60th wedding anniversary. Once again, my thanks to all who attended. Looking forward to more fun next year at the proposed mini gathering. Please keep an eye on the website for more details. I'm having my time here in Hingham, Massachusetts, and looking forward to catching up with you all at forthcoming clan events. I wish you all a good AGM and events programmed for throughout the year. Best wishes and God bless. Ed Axemet, President, Clan Gun UK, and Eleanor Rogers. For those that don't know, Ed met Eleanor at an international gathering a few years ago, and they announced their engagement, and we think that's pretty cool. Now we need to read and approve the minutes from the 2022 AGM. Lori's going to do that. And your best teacher voice.
Holy moly, they're a little longer than I expected. The 2022 AGM was called to order at 4 p.m. at the Seaside Games in Ventura, California by President Chuck Friends. Other officers and commissioners in attendance were Jared Gunn, Treasurer, Linda Gunn representing Rich Gunn, who's at home recuperating from hip surgery, and Chris Wilson, Commissioner of the Southern California branch. Linda Gunn read the minutes from the 2021 AGM, and a motion was moved and adopted. Chuck also asked Linda Gunn to take minutes at this meeting. Chuck said there were other areas needing commissioners, including Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Tyler Stowe has volunteered and was appointed to be this commissioner. Chuck Jameson, membership secretary, was not able to attend. Chuck Franz read his report. There are 742 active members, 242 emeritus members, and 16 pending members. Of the active members, 111 were new members. Jared commented that there was $5,148.09 income from membership. Jared continued on with the treasurer's report. She said there was $545.19 in store sales. It cost $832.28 to buy and handle the store items. There was $287.09 deficit in the store. It was pointed out that we now have a 501c3 organization and not using the store to show a profit. There is $15,908.82 in a checking account. commissioners should put in for reimbursement as the games are starting. Jared reported on the scholarship after Chuck, Linda, and she spent a short meeting before the AGM. This meeting was to decide if a person got a scholarship one year, could they reapply in future years? After discussion of an example showing a young person participating in Scottish dancing for multiple years, traveling and growing into bigger outfits, that it was possible. Each returning application will be considered on its own merit. She also said the information about the scholarship and the requirements will soon be on the website. She is still trying to find a financial institution that will offer us a larger interest rate than Bank of America. The scholarship committee will be looking into ways to make money for the scholarship. First, Vice President Charlie Kane had no report. Second, VP Carson Slaughter had no report. Chuck stated the results of the election were done. There were 285 ballots returned and 30 ballots that were undeliverable. The new officers are Chris Wilson, President; Rich Gunn, first Vice President; Kason Slaughter, second VP; Chuck Jameson, Membership Secretary; Jared Gunn, Treasurer; and Heather Smith, Recording Secretary. Chuck asked Chris to come forward. Chuck then gave Chris the President's staff medallion and gavel as they were given that are given to each new incoming president. In return, Chris gave Chuck a plaque thanking him for his time as president. There were then comments on how much time Chuck had put in to make Clan Gun Society of North America a 501c3. There was a motion made to name the first scholarship the Franz Scholarship. This was voted on and approved. Chuck then acknowledged the help of Jared Gunn, Linda Gunn, and Jan Franz, helping to make this possible. The meeting was adjourned at 4:25 p.m. Respectively, Linda Gunn.
Thank you, Lori. Are there any? Yes, sir. Justin.
I move to accept the minutes as written.
Justin Mann has moved that the minutes be accepted as written. Is there a second?
Second.
Second has been made. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed to accept the minutes unanimously. Officer reports and statements. I'll start with me. We have been inundated with fraudulent emails, text messages to commissioners and officers from some nefarious folks that are trying to get money out of us. These emails are asking for Venmo or PayPal payments or gift cards so that bills can be paid. I want you all to be assured that is not how we do business. We have very strict protocols with multiple steps to keep this from happening. We will never ask a member of Clan Gun to pay our bills. Now, the commissioners do have to pay for their clan tent space, and they can fill out a requisition form to be reimbursed for that. We gladly will do that, but we will never, ever ask members, officers, commissioners to pay the bills of Clan Gun. So if you get an email, you get a text, it doesn't look right, ignore it. The folks have gone so far as to clone my Gmail account. I thought that maybe my account had been hacked. We looked into it. That wasn't the case. Somehow it got cloned. So just be aware, if you get an email, it doesn't look right, it probably isn't. So, very good. We still need commissioners and deputies in Branch 8, North District, Montana and Utah. Branch 10, Northern California, needs deputies. Rich Gunn desperately needs somebody in Northern California to help him set up and host the tents. Branch 12, Southern Prairies, Arkansas and Missouri is empty. And the Branch 17, Western Prairies, Kansas, Nebraska and Oklahoma is empty. So if anyone knows of folks in those areas that might want to step up and help, please get in touch with me, get in touch with any of the officers, because we would love for every games to have representatives from Clan Gun. And the only way that happens is if guys like Justin step up and Taz step up and volunteer. Report from the first Vice President and Clan Commissioner for North America is Rich Gunn. For those of you that don't know, Rich is our liaison from North America to the Chief of Clan Gun, Ian. And Rich represented us a month or so ago for Ian and Bunty's 90th birthdays and 60th anniversary celebration. And if for some reason you would need to get a hold or wanted to get a hold of our chief, it's best to go through Rich Gunn, and he's got a direct line to the boss. So, other than that, he has no report as first vice president. Second vice president, Cason Slaughter, has no report. The recording secretary, Heather Smith, which is now Rawls, has no report other than the minutes that we just approved. Congratulations, Heather, on your marriage. Membership Secretary Chuck Jameson has reported that we have 734 members. That's down 1 from last year. That's probably due to folks that just haven't renewed yet. I'll give you a little idea. In 2020, we had 512 members. In June of 21, 658 members. And June of last year, 735. We had 116 new members since last year. Active due paying members are 362. We have life, emeritus, and courtesy memberships, 251. The courtesy memberships are the chief's, his wife, his family, and UK membership. That also includes a member of the Library of Congress and editor of one of the Scottish magazines. Gun Salute editor, I'm sorry, Treasurer Jared Gunn. This is kind of the long one. We reported income of $8,276.41. We have expenses of $13,226.32 for a loss of $4,949.91. Income, the breakdown was a donation to the scholarship fund. Someone donated $100. Membership checks, $3,391.54. Online memberships, $3,811.44, and store sales of $973.43. Rich Gunn has proposed a $1 increase in store goods. The biggest expenses for the store are postage, and it costs him just as much to send out one t-shirt as it does a box. So would anyone like to make the motion authorizing Rich to increase store sales by $1?
So moved.
Justin Mann makes the move. It has been seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Rich, you have the go-ahead from the Clan Gun Society to raise prices $1. Our expenses break down like this. It costs $2,926.33 to put on the AGM last year. Games reimbursement $665. That means very few commissioners are asking for reimbursement. A lot of the commissioners just choose to write it off their taxes. Others ask for reimbursement. We're happy to reimburse folks if they would like reimbursement. Just so you folks know, we do not pay for hotels, travel, meals, or anything like that for our commissioners. We pay for the tent rental, the registration fees, and those kind of things. So it's not a lot. Our insurance costs were $525. The salute postage was $1,695.79. We encourage everyone to consider getting a digital subscription or signing up to get your salute digitally. If you want to get a hard copy, that's fine. We'll mail it out, but those postage costs are pretty substantial. It costs $6,650.38 for the printing of the salute. The store costs were $94.95. That's not much, but that means that Rich didn't have a run of t-shirts or any kind of supplies. So those costs are going to go up once his inventory goes down. And once again, the store postage was $316.95. We then transferred the $100 that was donated into the scholarship fund, and the treasurer's expenses were $251.92. Gun Salute editor Jan Franz did not submit a report, but I can tell you that she needs content and photos. Anything that is of interest to you might be of interest to other members. So if you want to write a little article, if you want to send her a picture, her information is on the website, clangun.us, and send it off to her. She wants recipes, she wants stories of whatever. If it's of interest to you, it might be of interest to somebody else, and we'll let her throw out what she doesn't. Moving on, our clan genealogist, Mike Pearson. Mike is the genealogist for not only North America, but also the UK. Mike, would you like to say anything? Come on up.
As Chris mentioned, I am the genealogist for Clan Gun North America and the UK. I currently have a database that was started by my predecessor, Av Gunn. It contains information from Australia, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, the UK, Scotland, and of course North America. I'm currently in the process of going through and removing duplicates, correcting data as I find it, trying to find source material to back it up. I'm trying to get our database to a point that if somebody had to, they could take that information and go into a court of law and it would stand up in court. Basically, that's my criteria. I am becoming a certified professional genealogist, so I'm trying to focus on that. At the present time, I have the database down to roughly 126,000 names. I'm focusing right now just on the gun surnames, but I will be working on the Wilsons and Sepps, all the other names and things like that. So, but I'm trying to get it down to a manageable point because it was set up in such a way that if somebody asked me a request for a particular name, I had to go through something like 27 files to find that name. And I want everything in one file. So with that, that's my focus. And I encourage everybody who has not sent in a family tree to me. My link is on the clangun.us. You can contact me and basically help me get it installed into the database and hopefully find a connection. So anyways, I'll leave it at that.
Thanks, Mike. Are there any other officers, commissioners here that would like to make a report? Okay. Old business. We have no old business. Everything was taken care of. Scholarship program update. For those of you that do not know, a scholarship program was set up and approved, and now that we are a 501 nonprofit or 501c nonprofit organization, we have money, a large sum of money that was donated. We now have over $115,000 in the scholarship fund. This is to be used by Clan members or their children for advancements in Scottish studies, dance, music, history, and so on. The applications are available on our website. Right now, we have not given out any scholarships. And I think part of that is because people just don't know about it. So commissioners out there, I encourage you to let folks know about this. We need to develop a pamphlet that could be passed out at all the games. If anyone is handy at designing that type of thing, we could print it out, get it out to all of our commissioners. And at the very least, commissioners, print out some of the applications from the website and pass them out to kids, because there's no reason to have a scholarship fund if we're not going to share some of that money with folks. Right now, there's the Northern California division of Clan Gun had their own separate scholarship fund. They're meeting to probably merge that with ours as a whole. So I have no idea how much money we're talking about, but there's a fair amount of money out there that are available for scholarships. Just so you know, we're thinking $1,000 to $1,200 per scholarship. So, new business. It has been brought up about allowing the participation of Zoom participants. We'll just deal with them one at a time. I'll give you my feeling on it. I think it's wonderful that we can use the technology to reach more people, more clan members, and especially younger folks. But just it costs a lot of money for folks to travel around the country and come to a meeting like this. And the more people that we can get involved, the better. However, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was worried, how do we ensure that the people on the other end are indeed members in good standing? And how do we keep the nefarious folks that are sending out fraudulent emails and text messages, how do we keep them from getting involved? I know there's a way that we can do a secure link and everything, but my suggestion is that we table this idea, send it to the board of directors. The board of directors consists of all the officers and past presidents, so that we can give this a little more thought than just, yeah, let's do that. So it was also brought up to accept proxies. I think that needs to be given some more thought as well. We can certainly send out letters to every member of the Clan Gun Society, members in good standing, and inform them of the dates that of the upcoming AGM, and ask them if they want to write in a proxy, a person. That proxy person could be anybody. The only person that is required to be at the AGM is the president. Quite frankly, I'm not sure I want to be responsible for 50, 100, 300 votes, because that kind of takes the democracy out of the thing. I'm not sure I would be comfortable being the proxy for, if it's one or two people, fine. But again, rather than rush into something like that, I think that we should refer that to the board of directors and come up with a solid plan. I'm all for more involvement. I'm all for people at home having a say, being able to vote, having their voice heard. But I don't think I've thought this through well enough that we should move forward today. Is there any objection to that? Okay. Thank you. I am proud and pleased to announce that the 2024 AGM has already been planned, and it will be in, help me Mike, Helotes, Texas. That's right outside San Antonio. It will be April 6th and 7th of 2024. The hosts will be Heather Rawls, Mary Ellen Cook, and Mike Pearson. Our hotel will be the La Quinta Inn and Suites in San Antonio Medical Center Northwest. I have been advised to share with you that there is it a solar eclipse that's happening at that same time? And the San Antonio folks figure about 20 to 30,000 people are going to be in that region that time. So if you're interested in going to the AGM next year on April 6th and 7th, you should probably start thinking about making a hotel reservation there. We will make the hotel link available in the next Gun Salute Facebook group. The official Clan Gun Society of North America Facebook group is the one where we give information. I also share it to all the other Clan Gun Facebook groups, as well as Clan Gun's Instagram page, and that is clan_gun_north_America. I know it's confusing. With that, does anybody have any new business that they'd like to address? If not, is there... Yes, sir.
Have you ever considered doing having commissioners for states like New Mexico and nobody is being John and
Right. The question was, have we ever considered expanding or narrowing regions so that commissioners don't have to travel so far? Absolutely. I don't think would be any issues whatsoever. I'm not sure what the procedure would be for doing that. I mean, we're more than happy to name deputies right now. For example, New Mexico, you mentioned, is quite a ways to travel. I get it.
major festivals.
Right.
Might be a bit good.
Taz mentioned that Arizona alone has 4 big major festivals. He's based in Tucson. John White is based in southern Colorado, and John sometimes goes 500 miles to host a tent. He can't always do that. So I don't think there would be any problem whatsoever with making a new region. I would certainly be in favor of that. We just need people. We need volunteers. So
If you suggest if you could use commissioners in those areas, maybe we get more, because I know Albuquerque did not get representation from us this year.
right, Albuquerque did not, Las Vegas did not. There's been a lot of festivals around the country that there's been no Clan Gun representation, and that's just because nobody has stepped up and said, count me in. And it's so are you proposing that we make a new region, or are you just begging for help? Because I'm right there with you.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know if you want to make new regions or just maybe put out there we need some deputy commissioners in those other areas. And
I think the short-term answer would certainly be to make an appeal for deputies. And you know what? I can do that very easily on our social media platforms. And that's a good idea. I'll be happy to do that, and I will on Facebook, in those groups, and on our Instagram page. I'll be more than happy to make an appeal to try to fill some of these gaps and to get deputies. I mean, even the regions that have commissioners that are active, we're always happy to have deputies step up and help us. It's not easy, and you can't always go to every one of them. So, thanks, Taz. Is there anything else that needs to be addressed? If not, is there a motion to adjourn? Justin Mann moves for adjournment. Is there a second? It has been seconded by everybody. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? The 2023 meeting AGM of the Clan Gun Society of North America is closed. Thank you very much.